Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis Leadership Canadien, and welcome back to the Hockey Talk, where you always do hockey news. I don't know. Like, there's real no direction for any of these videos. There really isn't. There has been. There never will be. But we'll start. Something I think I covered last week, but I don't know if I fucking did. And that is Bruce Cassidy becoming the new coach of the Vegas Golden Knights. So Cassidy is the new coach of the Vegas Golden Knights, and his contract's a little hefty. I think it was like 4 years at like 5 point something, but he's a good coach. The only person I fucked up with this deal was Boston. You know why? Because they're Boston. I just don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know. Moving on, just a couple of quick signings here to go around. Nick Camano getting extended for a year, 2-way deal from the Dallas Stars. Same with prospect Frederick Karlstrom. Same exact contract. I shit you not. There's like just that one. Yeah, like the only notable one. Well, there's another one. Dylan Gambrell re-signing with the Senators on a 1-year deal worth $950,000. I mean, for what he is, he's decent. Okay, like, he's not the best player in the world, but at the same time, he's not the worst player in the world. So I mean, you can make an argument for this. You can make an argument for okay, it is, or okay, it isn't. I'll let you be the judge of that one. Another extension, Daniil Tarasov of the Jackets, netminder, got himself an extension. This time it is for 3 years with an average annual value of $1.05 million per season. So the Jackets add on another young goaltender to their roster. So that one, yes, I know it's my cat meowing in the background. I don't know what he wants. I've given him everything. But I think it's a good contract for the Jackets, and especially Tarasov. He's still young. He's still got a lot to prove. In my eyes, like that's good enough. But and I'll do a Stanley Cup final update at the end of the video. So, an immediate recap done by Gary Bettman a few days ago. He said, and this was it, he revealed the logos for the Winter Classic, which is taking place in Boston at Fenway Park. Be the Bruins and the Penguins, if I'm not mistaken. The All-Star game, which is taking place in South Florida, I'm guessing at the Panthers venue. And the Stadium Series, which will be taking place in Raleigh. I believe it's going to be Canes and Wild, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. And this is some of the notes that were from that. Record high revenue this year, set at $5.2 billion. And this is post maybe well, I'm gonna try to word this and I'll explain it in a second. Like post COVID, but what I mean by that is like the bulk of COVID. But remember, there were some issues of Delta and Omicron in November, December. So I mean, I do a little bit of that, but that wave has passed on. 2022-23, the schedule for next season will be released in mid-July. So when that happens, I'll report it. As obvious, opening night set for the 11th of October. Regular cap growth will resume in 2 to 3 years, which is really good. And that's like a key thing. So basically he said the Coyotes playing at the ASU stadium was quote unquote not unprecedented. Whatever the hell that means for you, Batman, you can just go off on your wildest dreams. I don't know. And Evander Kane grievance to stretch into July. I guess because like if there's a grievance going on, I don't know. And finally, the Stanley Cup cannot go to Russia this summer. That is probably for obvious reasons. If you don't know in the world, I highly recommend that you go see what's going on for yourself. If you know, you know. But all I could say is, another part of that, elaborating on that note, is Bill Daley confirmed the Stanley Cup will not be allowed to travel with players to Russia or Belarus this summer because of the situation that we already know of. Basically, in the same words of the pandemic. Yeah. Moving on, the Flyers do also have a new coach, and this is John Tortorella, who is on the Flyers for a 4-year deal worth $4 million per season. But it's also being said that this is John Tortorella's last coaching job, meaning that if he gets fired or they decide not to re-sign him, we're not going to see John Tortorella coach anymore. Talk about the end of something. Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know how long he's been coaching personally, but holy shit. I'll say about John Tortorella, he's probably, if not one of the most freaking heated coaches in NHL history. Seriously, go watch a montage of John Tortorella shit that he's done and said to press, done in Calgary, all that shit. I'm telling you, it's some wild shit. Definitely look at it. Moving on to a trade that is very questionable, but kind of makes sense. No salary retained by either side of this trade. I'm just saying that now. The Montreal Canadiens acquiring forward Evgeny Dadonov from the Vegas Golden Knights in exchange for the long-term injured reserve contract of Shea Weber. And the Ducks somehow also got a win out of this deal because if you're not familiar with the whole situation that happened a few months ago, Anaheim had originally gotten Evgeny Dadonov, but the trade was canceled because it was found that Anaheim was on the 10-team no-trade list that Anaheim's general manager just seemingly forgot about. Or Vegas didn't know about. Or both. Well, you can just do a Google search and just see, oh, hey, he has a 10-team no-movement clause. Okay. But I digress with that one. And basically, Anaheim, when Vegas made that trade post on Twitter, Anaheim just replied with, "You sure?" All you can say is just, oof. But the trade itself, I just don't see it making sense. Because for one, you're just getting rid of a guy that you tried to get rid of before. But they're also taking on the LTIR contract of someone who's probably never going to play again. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck you can formulate that, but what the hell do I know? Moving on, Sammy Blais has been extended by the Rangers on a 1-year deal worth $1.525 million. I liked him as a Ranger. I think he improved from his days in St. Louis. Now, I mean, take that as you will, but I feel like he's better as a Ranger. Moving on, I'm just gonna read the caption of this. Former New York Ranger forward Sean Avery was in Manhattan court Wednesday for the start of his trial. Wednesday for the start of the trial on charges he used a scooter to hit a car that was blocking a bike lane a few years ago. Avery is accused of bashing the driver's side door of a car with his scooter. The case is a bench trial, meaning it will be decided by a judge, not a jury. If convicted, Avery will face up to 3 months behind bars. for swinging his scooter at a door. Okay, very stupid shit that you can go to jail for, and then there's this. Like, look at. I don't know. Like, you could have just had him pay a fine, maybe some community service, but jail for that? I mean, come on now. I mean, like, there's worse things to fucking go to jail for. But this, this is why I say I don't get involved in politics, folks. You see why now. Moving on. The NHL has confirmed the salary cap and salary floor raise. So the new cap will be set at $82.5 million, and the cap floor will be set at $61 million. The floor rises from $800,000, and the ceiling rises from $1 million from last season, and the season after that, because virus going around. But this is a crucial step for the league. If they wanted to get their ship started back up, this is probably the best thing they could have done for it. And honestly, good for them. No, seriously, good for them. Moving on, the Predators have a new owner. And that owner is former Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam, who ironically is related, and I think his actually brothers or cousins, I don't know, with the owner of the NFL's Cleveland Browns, Jerry Haslam. Oh, great. So as if we didn't have enough Haslams fucking up sports. Maybe this guy's better. What the fuck do I know? Again, I don't know shit. So we're just gonna fucking... So moving on, back to the Bruins, who decided, you know what? Maybe we need a head coach, because they kind of fucked up the last one and the one after that, and they decided to interview David Quinn. David Quinn. I'm sorry, I can't keep a straight face. Look I'm sorry, but no. Look, there are better fucking alternatives for Bruce Cassidy than David fucking Quinn. If you see his track record, you know he's not a good coach. Just so you fucking know. He is not a good coach. Is he decent? Sure. Is he the worst coach in the world? Again, absolutely not. But is he a top tier coach? No. He's probably more around average tier, maybe even a little less than that. Because there's really not much you could say. Again, I'm the one that doesn't know shit, so I'm just gonna go with it. But so when we're talking about fucking coaching carousel bullshit, let's talk about this. The Florida Panthers have been actively interviewing head coaching candidates, such as Pete DeBoer, who was now hired by Dallas. I think it was 4 years at $4.25 million per year. Jesus Christ. Travis Green, Rick Tocchet, Barry Trotz, and potentially Paul Maurice. And again, this is the fact that Andrew Burnett, who was a Jack Adams finalist, mind you, he doesn't know what the fuck his fate is with that team. I'm sorry. He doesn't know what the fuck his fate is with that team. And you're doing this shit. Typical Florida Panthers doing typical Florida Panther things. And speaking of Eggman Barry Trotz, we will know where he's going on July 1st. He will decide his future on July 1st. He's meeting with the Jets again this week, but As for announcing anything, market calendar for July 1st. I think that will be next. Checking my calendar here. Next Friday. So market calendars for next Friday. We'll see what's going on then. So moving ourselves along the trail here to something a little more wholesome. Avs defender Jack Johnson has earned his degree in general studies from the University of Michigan after 18 years. It's what she said. Most people are at least a doctor at this point. But hey, you know what? A degree is a degree. And that's all you can ask for. Congrats, Jack Johnson, you beautiful bastard. In other news, the Oilers are extending their head coach, Jay Woodcroft. They like what he's done with the team, so they're deciding to give him another go. A 3-year extension should bode handsomely well for him. No, seriously, because I think he helped that team go to a Western Conference final. He had to come in mid-season, like Andrew Burnett did. He had to come in mid-season amidst the firing of the coach. So why not give him another shot? If it worked well for you, don't fucking fix it. I'm looking at you on this one, Boston. Moving on, now we get to our final part of this video, the awards, because a bunch of them were dropped today. We're gonna go as they were released and as they were posted, and I'll explain if I think they deserved it or not. Starting with the Vezina Trophy, going to Igor Shesterkin. The trophy goes to the best goaltender, as voted on by the league's 32 general managers. Shesterkin definitely fucking deserved it. Okay, the dude has been a Vezina Trophy winner in the making for the past few years. And only now is he finally getting that trophy. He fucking deserves it. And look at the votes here. It wasn't even close. He was 101 points ahead of second place, who was Jacob Markstrom at the Flames. For context, Igor Shesterkin had 154 points, 29 first place votes, and 3 second place votes. Jesus Christ. No one but 4th, 5th, and 6th received any first place votes, with the lot of 3 I just mentioned only receiving 1. Holy fuck. Look at, he definitely deserved it. The Calder Trophy going to the league's Rookie of the Year, being Moritz Seider of the Detroit Red Wings. Look at, the least fan in me is saying Bunting deserved it. But I'm going to give credit where credit is due. 50 points in 82 games as a rookie at the age of 20. As a defender, no mind you. I'll give credit where credit's due. He earned it. Right? Okay, he earned it. He put up a good season. Like, not even a good season, like a hell of a good year. I mean, holy shit. Like, how the hell are you going to say no to that? The answer is, you can't. You fucking can't. Moving on to the Ted Lindsay. Going to the most outstanding player as voted by the fellow members of the NHL Players Association, going to Austin Matthews. Bias incoming. He deserves it. Look at 106 points in 73 games. He has 33 more points than he does games played. That is fucking remarkable, and no one can deny that. That's, you know what? For reference, that's. No, I was gonna say it's about double, but then I realized I can't do math, so never mind on that one. But I think he deserved it. I do think it. Moving on to the Norris Trophy. It's pretty much the best defender of the league, and that would be no other than Cale Makar. UMass alum. Definitely fucking deserved it. I've met Cale Makar in person. Great guy. Great fucking guy. He deserves this. He's a hell of a defenseman. And even then, I'm making an understatement with that one. Because he is so fucking good at what he does. It's not even funny. It was close with Roman Yossi for the win. Yossi was like 25 points underneath Makar for that title. Hell, Yossi had more first place votes than Cale Makar, which is insane, but wow. The Hart Trophy, given to the league's most valuable. Oh, actually, no, I'll read that again. Presented annually to the player adjudged to be most valuable to his team. And this is voted on by the Professional Hockey Writers Association. Austin motherfucking Matthews. Deserved it. Had a career year. Okay, right, I know. Oh, but the larger Canadian Austin Matthews is just one piece of a great team. They have Tavares, they have Giordano, they have Marner, they have Nylander, they have Riley, they have Giordano, they have this player, that player. It's like, if you took Matthews out of the equation, they'd still be a great team. But the fact that this man had a career fucking year. He had the best year of his entire NHL career up to this point. He's had a hell of a ride so far. And you're going to say that the man doesn't deserve it because of that? Look at it. What people aren't realizing about this, and again, you can say you realize it, but I bet you probably didn't, that he's probably one of the best players that Toronto has. No fucking doubt. Probably the top player they got. That's under the age of 26. He's it. Marner, you can make an argument for in that position. So can Nylander. But there's no fucking denying Austin Matthews' prowess. There really isn't. Moving on, they also announced the GM of the Year finalists being Joe Sakic of the Avalanche, Chris Drury of the New York Rangers, and Julian Brisbois of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Actually, I like it. I think Sacic's gonna win it. I really do think. I'm just gonna go quickly here. Lightning round for the last part. The all-rookie team was announced for forwards. Right wing was Trevor Zegras, center was Lucas Raymond, and left winger was Michael Bunting. For defense, it was Alexander Carrier and Moritz Cedar. Goaltender was Jeremy Swayman. For first team all-star, it was for forwards, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, and Johnny Gaudreau. Defenseman Cale Makar and Roman Yossi. Goaltender Igor Shesterkin. For the second all-star team, Connor McDavid, Matthew Tkachuk, and Jonathan Huberdeau. Defensive players being Victor Hedman and Charlie McAvoy. And goaltender Jacob Markstrom. Yeah. But anyway, this is a long episode. I'm going to wrap it up now. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want to see anything next. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and join the Logical Nation. Until next time, je suis le Lâché Canadien. Bonne nuit et au revoir.